Take off! It's time for Doug and Ben's great NASCAR adventure!
Thanks as always, Marshall. Welcome to NasCanucks. I'm Ben. That's Doug. Hello, Charles. How you doing? Oh, we got 3 people watching. Ooh. Oh, there's Symmetry. See Brother Trev in here. Wow. Yeah. And the Lurker. What's up, Marcus? So, off-season hangout because what's your line usually? I got nothing.
Oh, Keith is here.
What's up, Keith?
Yeah, the only thing I got to watch was got to listen to Dave Moody do the year in review for the Pinty series.
Oh, yes. Well, it makes sense. He's been voicing all their commercials for years. So
I think at this time we let him know that it is J.P. Dumoulin, not J.P. Dumoulin.
Yeah. Well, then again, I've seen him do some Dumoulin moves. Maybe he's got something there. So
the thing I liked about watching that there is, and we talked a bit about when I actually did watch it, we talked a bit, is that, and I forget the team now, but it's just a new team there, and it's like they're 2 team cars. They probably hit each other more on track going for spots than anything else. And the team order was like, yeah, like, you guys go for it. Like, just, and it was the total opposite to the Southern NASCAR series that, team members, you get scolded the Monday morning.
Speaking of which, well, not really, but keeping it Canadian, J.R. Fitzpatrick posted this photo today.
I seen that.
First of all, I was like, what is that a nose for? Because at first it kind of looks like a dirt late model with a front spoiler deal. And I was like, is that what super late models have come to? Because, I've been away from the short tracks for a decade or so. More. Probably close at 15 years. But so I was like, what is that? So, Outlaw 5-star body. So, I don't know. Oh, wait, it says Pavement Outlaw. That's what that says. But there's a glare. Pavement Outlaw. So, yeah, Outlaw label.
Didn't he also caption it with, should I? Or something like that?
Yeah, it just says, so tempting.
Okay, yes, yeah.
Yeah. The previous post before that's him showing how much he lowered his fuel cell.
Mm-hmm.
Which, to most people, like, great. But to me, I'm like, sweet. That's some nice work you did there.
Yeah. So, like you said, not a lot going on. Some news that we talked about last week that could happen. Did happen.
Yep. Well, once again, the crystal ball, known as our noggins. Hailie Deegan officially announced with ThorSport, who are also going to be switching manufacturers to Ford, which now, Doug, who's the flagship or factory Toyota team in the truck series?
Was it Gill and DGR?
I thought he was a Ford team.
They moved to Toyota.
Well, I go figure. I don't think anyone else was. Be KBM and ThorSport. There goes basically all the Toyotas. Yeah, there's Charles and Symmetry, Keith Campbell watching. We got 6 people watching. Apparently, I think it's the 3 of them, and they each got 2 devices going. And then you just popped in the chat for 7.
Mm.
Right. Yeah. Any all have any questions, concerns, comments? Ask away. Ooh, we could use it.
Mm-hmm. So the other
new team announced. But hey, what's up, Keith H? New team announced today. German 3F Racing or something like that. But German racing, basically, because it's a German guy. And he wants to go racing in NASCAR. He says, keep an eye out for them the 5th race of the year in Atlanta. They're looking to a debut in Atlanta. Which I was like, sure. Okay, sure. No driver announced. And I say, these announcements, I take it with a grain of salt until either A, a driver is attached, or B, especially with a new ownership, like out of the blue, he hires himself a Ty Norris or a Steve Meal or some wily veteran says, go find me a building and fill it full of tools and folks and race cars.
Yes.
Okay. So
then the other news that came out the other day, which I think we kind of knew before, was we talked up here. Hendrick Motorsports, Lance McGrew officially retires from Hendrick Motorsports.
Yep. Yeah. He had been with them for quite a while, and he's looking to. I'm good, So he's good. Yeah, and Hendrick Motorsports is also continuing with their illegal NASCAR testing, aka Car 56. I'm like, how is that not violating the testing rule?
The 56
56.
Or 54? Okay.
54. I don't know. Either way. They're testing at Sebring now. So, which immediately was like, let's bring Xfinity to Sebring. So, you could.
Is that not for like a Euro Series kind of thing?
No, it's for Le Mans.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. They leave the extra entry for a prototype or a one-off. Like sometimes it was an electric car or exactly. Lance has been with him since Jeff Race. I think he was a Rainbow Warrior. Go Rainbows! They're continuing the testing with that car. Jimmy Johnson's been doing some of the testing. I don't know if he was at Sebring, but Jimmy Johnson's been... Shocker, Doug! Jimmy Johnson testing for Hendrick Motorsports.
Yeah.
I think he's just waiting until he gets his shop up and running, since he's now partnership with Richard Petty.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Then the other thing was we finally heard what tracks they're going to be doing the rain tires at.
Right.
Of course, there's all the road courses, and then they name their short tracks, which
and the Roval, which is not really a road course, but they figure let's give it a shot.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Who was it? I think it was Brad Gilly on NASCAR radio. It might have been today that he was going off I don't know why they call it the Charlotte Road Course. It's a Roval. Okay, sure. If you're gonna,
because Roval to someone who doesn't follow racing is like, what the fuck is a Roval?
Yeah.
Well, it's a road course oval. Well, is it a road course or is it an oval? Well, it's both. No, you can't be both. It's a road course that incorporates an oval, or it's an oval that has a road course carved into its infield.
Yeah. It's all the road courses and select short tracks.
Yes, and so that would be the street course at Chicago, Richmond, Martinsville, New Hampshire, which is actually an intermediate track, Phoenix, but not Bristol.
Yeah.
You think the rain would wick the best at Bristol. They got all the banking.
Yeah.
No, you can't. I was like, well, when it's dirt, but no, I've been rained out at dirt tracks too. You can sprinkle. Sprinkling, right? We know that misty little sprinkle, that's fine because it keeps the track perfect. Like lap 3 of the race all night. But as soon as it downpours, then it turns to soup. And then you got to get the tow trucks out to pull the cars off the track because they are stuck. And then the tow trucks get stuck. And then you got to get at the grader. And then the grader gets stuck. And then we just wait till next week when it's dry to get them out. Mm-hmm. And then we have ruts the rest of the year from where they were all stuck the week before.
I thought that was the ruts from the bottles that were tossed out the window.
Oh, yeah, well, there's that too. I just at Brighton Speedway how the pits it's lower elevation and there's that hill to get up out of the pits.
Yeah,
I just remember a downpour one year and it was 2 tow trucks out. They blocked the road, the actual highway, and they just threw the winch lines down into the pits. They're like, clip on to whatever you want, we'll drag you out. And guys are trucks and trailers, and then the stock cars, and then the cops had to shut down the road because we're all loading up on the road with stock cars and stuff. We're like, this is awesome. Kneeling on asphalt's way better than kneeling in the dirt doing all this stuff.
Yeah, probably would be. Yep.
Yep. So yeah. So rain, we'll see. Well, and rain, it'll be light rain because we know even it can rain to a certain point where they're like, no, this is stupid. Texas apparently drops all the rain at once.
Yeah.
In Charles's neighborhood, no less. That's right, outside Austin there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the 2020.
The other courts, North Wilkesboro for the rain tires.
Short track.
Yep.
Under a mile. Or apparently in NASCAR's new definition, a mile or slightly over a mile and under is now considered a short track.
So, speaking of North Wilkesboro, seeing the kind of what they've been up to there, I see that they're keeping the mural. The big
as they called it the mural. Like, you mean the advertising? Yes.
Yeah.
The Winston mural.
So, will that be shown on TV?
That's a good question. I think if they didn't restore it, if they leave it as is, you could, because it's basically a relic from the past. But if they repaint it and keep it, then no, you can't show that. And that's what I'm curious on. They say they're keeping it, but are they keeping it as is? And then it will continue to deteriorate, or do you try to maintain what is there as of right now? So,
yeah, that's the question. But it looks like they have been doing a lot of work to it. But
May's going to come fast, and let's be honest, they don't want to work in the cold. They don't want to work. They're like, it's cold out. We don't like the cold. So
it's not really cold.
So, yeah. What else is happening? Oh, there's people saying they want to see Talladega run under the lights.
You've already got Daytona.
Yeah, we already do that. We're good.
Yeah.
More horsepower.
There's really been nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Nope. This could be the shortest show of the year.
Could be.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Nope. Oh. I got some IndyCar news.
Okay, yep.
IndyCar announced starting in 2024 hybrid engines.
Okay, yes. I think I had heard something about that.
Yeah. You want to pay for lights around 2.5 miles, Keith? The reason they did it at Daytona was partially because they had to do something about the summer race. It was just getting ridiculous. As the windows in the cars get smaller, the cockpits were getting hotter. So they pretty much were forced into that situation as much as anything else. And having done it decades ago, like anything else, right? Like now it costs hundreds of millions, it'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Apparently both Honda and Chevy have been working together on this package, Doug. I don't know how it works exactly, like if it's a bolt-on piece or what. I caught a bit of it on Connor Daly's podcast.
I'm trying to think. I thought I seen some video where NASCAR, one of the NASCAR teams, possibly Gibbs, showed off an electric car.
That'd be cool. I like the idea, of adding it in as a push-to-pass situation. Like that's what Formula One did with the Curve system years ago. Use it as a push-to-pass feature.
If it may have been just showing off the hybrid that they'll be running at the LA Coliseum.
Oh, but I didn't tell you the best part. When they kick in the electricity, I think it's between 900 to 1,000 horsepower the cars are going to have.
Oh yeah,
that should be fun at Indy, eh?
Yeah.
They're not going wide open anymore in Indy. I'll tell you that right now.
No.
What's up, Hip? Unless they put all the drag into the cars, like they put when they would run at Richmond, all the downforce, and then you can run it wide open. But Yeah, interesting enough. So, I like the idea because, and they figured that the reason is they are doing it is because they want to get in more manufacturers, and they know the way that the industry is going. We're going to electric cars, so let's do a hybrid and then go full electric. Which again, if you go full electric, you can incorporate that push to pass. Like they can do a maximum horsepower, but the push to pass adds twice as much horsepower or whatever, and you get that so much of that per race. And so I'm curious to see how that works out. They're really, really in need of a new chassis in that series. That chassis is getting long in the tooth, and there has been especially when you have like Formula One involvement with IndyCar as well, right? With the teams, and let's do that. Let's get it a little open again, but with still trying to keep the cost down to a certain extent, because these guys, man, they're still old school, Doug. These guys only have 2 chassis per team.
Yeah.
A primary and a backup. And that's for ovals and road courses. It's not like they have an oval car and a road course car even. They have 2 cars. And then if they crash one, the backup becomes the primary, and then you start working on a new one if the tub's not salvageable or whatever. But which I thought was interesting that they're back to that in many ways, because for a while there, we know Penske, you'd see it looked almost like a cup garage in the early 90s, with 6 or 8 cars or whatever. So,
I really wouldn't know what the inside of Penske looks like. Because it doesn't really
Pretty sure the shop's in the cloud.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah. I've seen several former Penske shops. That's like former roast shops.
But
like when Jack Roche started his truck team. Did you know the truck team was actually based in Michigan?
Wouldn't doubt it.
No, it was out of Livonia, Michigan. Which made sense because it was more of a Midwest series, Western series, because I watched an interview with somebody that I was talking about, because they were big time into the off-road side of things, like the off-road circuit, like what Robbie Gordon kind of does now, the stadium trucks. They were heavily involved in the formation of that series. I didn't realize that. Stuart Walker? Walker Stewart.
Yeah.
He was heavily involved and stuff, but it was funny because within 2 or 3 years then, most of those guys got out of the series. But, it was a interview with Brendan Gaughan. That's who it was talking about it. I'm like, well, you would know because he started out in that and he still does that as well. He runs just because they do races out in Vegas once a month or whatever. It's like 4 laps on a 50-mile course.
Yep.
He does that time. As he says, like Tony Stewart goes, until I get too fat to fit in the truck. I'm like, well, Brendan, you're getting a little pudgy. Just a little bit.
So, since we are close to Christmas,
of course, Guitar Man 45 knew Roger Penske back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm not
well, no, he just knew that Penske dealt with him in the 90s.
I think there's a comma. I knew Roger Penske, dealt with him in the night. Would not surprise me, Doug.
I don't see a comma.
The comma's inferred.
Okay. So, since we are close to Christmas.
Yep.
I would say pick a driver which you would like to give something to for Christmas that would happen next year. For the 2023 season.
All right. Do I have to pick the gift and the driver?
Well, yeah.
All right. Ross Chastain, a flat tire? Or 3? Or 6?
Sure. Okay. I'm thinking more of Truex to get luck. Like, have some sort of freaking luck. And not the freaking coal that he was given all year last year.
No. I'd like Ryan or Martin Truex to get a crew chief. With some balls. Just saying.
Yeah.
Because that's what Martin needs too. Martin needs someone to take charge and say, look, you just do, basically shut up and drive, but in a good way.
Kind of like what Cole did.
This is what I'm saying. He needs a Cole Pearn. He needs Cole Pearn.
Yes.
I don't know. You name a driver, I can tell them what they need. I like to see Richard Petty gets more horsepower. Yeah,
and I think he will.
I enjoy it. Although it's so diluted, that's not really Petty so much, but still, I like seeing the 43 up front. What? Now I got to pull a Charles. What? Charles, are you reading this? Charles? You have no idea, Doug. On the Zoom calls, at least once a Zoom call, he just gives us a meltdown on something. It's just
another piece of news we missed, that Truex will be in the 19 car next year.
Yep, all the Truexes and all the 19s.
Yep. You pick a series,
except
it'll be Truex in the 19, except for the Truck Series. Xfinity Cup Series.
I'm honestly kind of shocked that Ryan Truex is still driving, period, at this point. Like, he's really hung on for someone who runs this many races in a year, it seems like.
But you know what? When he runs, he's got talent. Right? Like, I think he was given a raw deal.
I don't think I think he's compared to brothers, they're like the Waltrips, and Martin's definitely DW.
You know what? But because
I think he can be competitive, but he's not a top tier driver like Martin.
I forget the bottom team that it was him and Alex Bowman came up with the same year in the Cup with that new team. I just forget the name of that. What that team was?
BK Racing?
No.
By the way, BK Racing finally settled in court.
You know what? He had the Borst exhaust sponsorship.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yes.
But yeah.
Keith, Ryan's driving the 19 and Xfinity all next year.
Yeah. Well, is it all next year or just select races?
I don't know. You told it me. I said all year, and you went, yep. So I assume, when we go to air, that my sources are correct. My source being Doug. So I don't know.
I think it's a 6-race deal. I believe it is, because the 19 is going to be their all-star car, right? So
you just wait 1 week. You'll tell me something off air. I'll break it as news according to my sources. And you're like, what sources? I told you.
Yeah,
sources.
Yeah,
people are saying. No, I'm saying.
Well,
yeah. So
and then I think we're trying to push it to 30 minutes here.
Yeah. Right. And the only reason I have this opinion of Ryan is because I've seen Ryan in top equipment over the years. Sure, they're one-offs or few-offs, but Trevor Bayne does the same thing, and he's fucking right there in the hunt. So, I don't know whether Trevor's just hungrier or what.
True. When Ryan's raced in the Toyota stuff, he's actually done a lot better.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely done better, but I think anybody would do better in the better equipment, but I don't know. He's had some bad luck as far as wrecks over the years and stuff.
Yeah, but
he's not bad. I'm not saying it's not like you're just putting. I don't know. What driver comes to mind that shouldn't be in a car?
Deegan. Sorry.
I'll wait till they turn. I'll give you till age 25 to prove yourself. You know what I mean? Like, show me something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can't think so. Oh, well, pretty much everybody that is there, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And the others are so young, it's hard to say. Is it a Papa has dough or does somebody have talent?
Yep.
You start noticing when they bounce around rides but they carry the sponsorship with them. Then he's like, okay, someone's paying for your lifestyle.
Exactly. Yeah. So as I said, and I think Keith can jump in on this here too. He'll be able to get us through to that 5 minutes that we have left.
Yep. Just we got 9 people watching. Worst show of the year. We got 9 people watching. So,
9 people. So, as you know, I listen to Dave Moody way too much. So he did his 12 Days of Christmas the other day. So if anyone who's not watching, chime in in the chat there with what you think. We'll give the 12 days, 12 different drivers gave something on each day. I will give you the gift. You will tell me, or Keith, because we know Keith will jump in on this, the driver. Okay? Yeah. I'm going to say number 1 could be easy.
Okay.
Because on the first day of Christmas, he gave 1 wall ride.
That's pretty obvious.
Yeah. Second day, this driver gave 2 Phoenix whoopings.
I don't remember who won at Phoenix.
Really?
Really? Lifestyle choices, Doug. I don't have a clue.
Joey Logano, the series champion.
Oh, right. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you who won the title. It was like over a month ago.
The third day
a whole month ago.
This guy gave 3 stale M&Ms.
Kyle Busch?
Yes. The fourth day, this guy gave 4 close calls.
Oh, Tyler Reddick.
No. Mr.
I figured because he finished
Blaney.
fourth, or finished second 4 times this year. It seemed.
Ryan Blaney. 4 close calls of 4.
Hey, Terry.
This guy, on the 5th day of Christmas, he gave 5 shoves from Bubba.
5 shoves from Bubba. He gave 5 shoves to Bubba, or all right.
Gave 5 from Bubba.
Kyle Larson.
That'd be it.
Yeah.
This is an easy one.
I'm seeing a pattern here as well. It's half the time the car number's involved here. So yeah.
On the 6th day of Christmas, he gave 6 puddles of puke.
Gregston.
Exactly. 7th day of Christmas, he gave 7 new amigos.
That would be what's his name there? The one who didn't even have his own parking spot at Gibbs.
That'd be it. Yep.
Yeah, Mr. Daniel Suarez.
And now this one here, I'm a little iffy. I forget which of the driver. You can just say the name of this team if you want. 8th day, he gave 8 new tiaras.
Hendrick Motorsports, because he's got a bunch of princesses driving for him.
I can't remember if it was Austin Dillon or Tyler Reddick that did those. 9th day, he gave 9 on-track feuds.
Chastain?
No, he's already given 1 a gift. Must be someone else.
Yeah, but he's also got 9 on-track feuds.
That too.
Who else pisses off that many people?
Well, this is through the series. There's 3 series that you can think of.
All right. Oh, Ty Gibbs.
That'd be it. The 10th day.
I'm like, who else has pissed off a bunch of people? Gregson's already been mentioned. Like, oh, fuck.
10th day, he gave 10 mushy melons.
So not Chastain?
Not Chastain again.
Oh, Denny Hamlin.
Kurt Busch, mushy melon, concussion.
Ooh, too soon?
The 11th day, he gave 11 right crosses.
Oh, that would be Austin Hill?
That would be it. And this one here, you will not get.
I'm surprised I remembered Austin Hill's name. I was like, oh. Number 21, I'm like, not Mike Dillon, because when I think of the 21 RCR car, I still think Mike Dillon for some reason.
Mm-hmm. The 12th day of Christmas, he gave 12 goofy hats. You won't get this one.
12 goofy hats. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be Carson Hocevar from the Truck Series.
Oh, right. Yeah, he wears the sun hats.
Yes.
I figure he's susceptible to heat stroke. That's why he's wearing those big hats. And I was like, and if you're going to say Daniel Suarez, that's racist.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that was Dave's 12 Days of Christmas. But yes. Do we have anything else?
No, but hey, we're literally 3 seconds away from 30 minutes.
30 minutes. So
we hit 30 minutes. Well, there we go. I hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday. Obviously, and we'll be back in January previewing Daytona. Sure, why not?
We got what? We'll have like a month and a half to preview Daytona,
right? Yeah, we can talk about winter testing at Daytona. Nope, can't do that.
Nope.
They started work on the Coliseum.
I've seen that, yes. Yep.
I got to troll 2 NASCAR series at once with that one.
Oh, yeah?
Because I trolled one, I'm like, hope it's better than last year. And the Legends series commented, we'd love to run there. And I replied, the track was built for cars your size.
Yeah.
Now, I'd be just as happy. Let's put the Cup guys in Legends cars at that track.
You know what? Why not?
Well, Doug, certain drivers I don't think could fit in a Legends car.
That's okay.
So some of them are a little paunchy.
I was thinking Logano probably doing a Dino at the top.
the clear dome you put on the vans back in the day. So it's just the top half of his helmet.
You just seen the squinty, douchey eyes at the top.
and teeth. Yep. I like to drive. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So there we go. So he's been Doug. I've been Ben. If you're new, please subscribe. If you're returning, make sure you're subscribed. I don't know. Leave a thumbs up if you haven't already. We'll be back, in the new year.
The new year, yes. Yep. Have a good Christmas, Marcus.
Don't burn your hands, DeWalt.
Yeah, watch out for your hands. Like, he's got to do it once. Like, just once, don't burn your finger.